All right, good morning and welcome to Daily Paycheck. It's John from Craps here on Casino Gaming TV. We're working a interesting system. I'm playing a strategy called the Storm, and as part of this series, what I do is I basically take a strategy and I play it for a month straight to see how well these things perform over time. Because it's easy to say this strategy is great and do one video on it and that's the end of it, but they got to hold up over the test. They got to hold up over me throwing one thing. And they got to hold up over, like I said, 20 days of playing, a month of simulated play. So what we're doing here is called the Storm, and it kind of works like this. It was come up with by Craps and Dice Degeny and Greg at 555 Craps, and the idea is it's a safety play, right? So you're going to start out from the don't, $50 down there to the don't, and when you get a point established, here we have the 4. That was last night's point actually. You'll drop in the case of the 4. Let's actually move to the 5. It's 180 odds. The 4 and 10 we do 200 odds, but any other number it's 180 in odds. And the bets that you do here are going to be an effective 204 across. So it's like this. We're going to put quarters on the 4 and 10. They pay $49. $15 each on the 6 and 8 because they pay $49, and $35 on the 5 or 9 that pays $49. They all pay $49. You drop $1 out of your rack. So 49 plus your dollar is a $50 win, okay? What you do is, on every win, you take the odds down a little tiny bit. So I'm gonna go from 180, I'm gonna take that down to 120. So reduce it by $60, okay? On the next win, the next box hit, you win $50, take the odds down now to $60, like so. On the next box win, that's $50. The odds come all the way back, and you're left with your initial bet plus a bet on the don't pass, and just play it out. Keep same betting it. The nice thing about this is what you start out with up here, in the case of the 4 or 10, is 179. In the case of the 5 or 9, it's 169. 6 or 8 is 162. In all cases, even after that second hit, you're back, right? You got your 150. Let's just say in our case 170 or 169 with the point of 5. So there's 170. There's your $50 from your don't pass bet. That's down there. Your whole spread is back in your rack plus a little better than $100, right? So you pull off the move, you get your 3 hits, you're fully covered. You got your $100 back in the rack. This bet here, you can actually place the 5 for $40 or whatever, and guarantee that $50 is also coming back. There's your 150 in the 3 hits coming back to you. Stick it out for another 2 hits and you write your paycheck. That's it. It's a pretty simple deal, right? You just need 4 hits to bring back $200 from the box, and the fifth hit, quote unquote, is your don't pass, which you can easily guarantee. That's it. You need 4 hits to lock in a paycheck. It's not, I hate to say it out loud, it's not that hard. It's hard, but in theory, pretty simple little system, and you're safe. On the 7, you're safe all the time. 7 never hurts you. What hurts you is this, hitting that point. Hitting that point will be a pain point for us. If we can avoid the point, we're gonna be okay. It's all good. So I had done some alterations to it. When I play this thing out now, what I've been doing is things like taking 2 hits before I do the first don't pass pull. Like that's a thing I've been doing recently. On the 4 or 10, I take 2 hits at every level on the come down, and then you're kind of out of it too. So that's it. Let's go play it out. I'm going to refresh the roll tracker, make sure that we can see everything. Give me a second here on my screen. Whoops, what did I do here? Let's go. I need to do this. When I talk too long, the roll tracker tends to freeze up. So, all right, it's ready to go. Good morning, Dan. Good to see you, man. Good morning, Ron. Of course, my good friend and coach, the Gargoyle, is here. Looking forward to seeing your show tonight with Ed and Jeff, the Mutt, Jeff, and Butthead show, I guess. I don't like that they call you Butthead, but I'm going to call you G-Man just because I have respect for you. Here we go. Let's get out. let's get out. I'm gonna take $100 out of my rack. We're gonna get the don't pass going. And let's see if I can avoid a come out loser on roll 1 today, which is something I can never seem to freaking do, but let's go. No come out losers, everybody. No come out losers today. Let's just get right into a point. All right. There it is. There's a 4, 314. I love a point of 4 or 10. Let's put the puck on there. So with a point of 4 or 10, it's going to be 200 in odds, a little bit higher odds. And that could even be higher because you'll see that this won't actually cover us up top. I'm going to go put $200 out there. 100, 200. I'm going to need to get, actually, I'm going to do it like this. I might need to get another little bit of a breakdown, but let's go with our bets. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 9 and 5. There's my caps on the 6 and 8. I'm going to get 15 and 10 and cap my 6 and my 8. And so what you can tell by what the change I have, what the 4 and 10 leave up top, okay, it's $200 minus 21, okay? So it's going to be that 479 we talked about is what's up there, or sorry, 179. Down here, you only win 150. Okay, so you could go to another $50 or so on the don't odds. I'll take the hit. If I catch an early 7 here, we'll be down $25. I just don't care that much. I like a point of 4 or 10 because they're harder to hit. So oftentimes you can bounce around inside the box and get extra hits. So I'm going to try for some extra hits today. All right, here we go. Good morning, Dustin. How you doing, man? Ryan's here, I see. Cool. Here we go. There is a 9, a 5. That was a beautiful throw. 5, 4. All right, that'll pay 50 for 1. 50 for 1. That in the rack. Oh, a little short, and there's the 7. That was not a great throw, 6-1, but we'll be okay. Again, you're gonna take 150 out of this, right? There's 50 and 100 for that. You'll lose up top, which is 179, but we brought back 50, so we're gonna be up, a pittance, a little bit. That's what the 7's for. That's the reason why you play that big old don't down here, is because them short throws normally will get you. This gives you a chance to live. So here we go. Let's bring all this back. And I think I'm actually light. I'm light a black chip from yesterday. My rack wasn't properly filled. I'm sorry. I got 4 in that one slot, not 5. The rack is right. From yesterday, didn't refill it correctly. All right. So we have just a quick check. There's let's see. We are here. That's $200. That's our starting bankroll. And so we're up $20, which is what I expected. Here we go. Back to the don't we go. And let's get a new point. Here we go. A little chilly. Grip's not right. All right, there's a 7. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Just gave it back. 6-1. I didn't like any part of that throw. I couldn't get my grip right. Let's go again. Have to get some work done here, right? I should have just disconnected from the dice and started over. There's a 6, 5-1. All righty. 5-1-6. That's going to be our point. We got to fight the 6 for a minute. Okay, there's 180 in odds. Let's take $200 out of here. And I'll take, I think, yeah, I need 50 in reds. All right. Let's go. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. 9, 8, 5. We'll cap that 8. And here we go. Let's just stay off the 6 for a minute. The 6 is the big hole, right? This is where the strategy will get me. If I start pounding out points, we're going to be in trouble. That's going to be a 10, a 6, and a 4. 6, 4, 10. Okay, that pays. 50 for 1. And the odds are going to come back down to 120. And again, we know we've got 162 up top. So if we get to a point where we can do some math, 162 is what's left up there. Let's get to the end first. Let's make this happen first, and then we'll. Here we go. 4 hard. That was a nice looking little throw right there. Deuces. 4 pays 50. 4-1. And the odds are going to come down to $60. Put a black chip back where it belongs. There's the 6. So can't dodge it forever, right? 5-1. That's a bummer. There's the point. We're going to lose $110 down here, right? But we brought back. Remember, we had 2 hits. We got $50 off the table or $100 off the table. That actually cost me $10. Okay, so it sucks to hit that. It doesn't mean we lost a lot of money. It just means we lost opportunity to make money, which is a bummer. But it is what it is, right? Here we go. I'd rather be, like Garbo said last week, early in the week, I'd rather lose money because I'm rolling numbers than lose money because I'm knocking myself off the 7s, right? So here we go. Let's get a new point and reset the process. David Brock, how you doing, man? I'm going to buy a better heater. The thing is, I got the heater I've got. I should take a picture of it. It's a really good one. It's like a 6,000 BTU heater. It's a super hot thing, but I got it mounted in my ceiling. So it radiates down on me from above, but my ceiling is 12 feet, right? So this is a pretty new house, and the garage ceiling is super high, so it radiates good, but it doesn't reach me, and that's the problem with it. So I'm gonna get a floor heater, and just put it next to me. I was trying to avoid having too much heat near the table, you know what I mean? Just to keep the wood right. Here we go, coming out. I can't see it. It's an 853. So I got to figure the heating system out here because I don't want to, F up the table at all. But I also don't want to. I want to make sure that I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go 180 in odds here. Let's do it. Let's get our move to work for once. I haven't gotten it to work yet. We've only had 1 hit each time so far. All right, let's go. Oh, they kiss. 4. Bad throw. It's a bad release. 314. I'll take the number, but not proud of how that came out. 50 for 1. And we're going to take the odds, of course, down to 120. Looking toss. It's 11 though. That red die did not land flat. The blue die did, the red die didn't. It's weird. 6-5, waste of a throw. Hate wasting throws. We are moving, Dan. We're shopping. We're looking at you know, Washington State, everybody. We're looking at a town called Wenatchee in Washington, which is in the east side of the state. It's flat. There's desert. There's no rain over there. So summer times are like 90s. Winter times are a lot of snow. So we're gonna split time, Wenatchee and Vegas, but not until at least spring, probably fall, because my daughter's coming home from college, and we want her to have a summer with her friends, kind of thing, before we do the move. But really, it's gonna come down to interest rates and the market, right? Man, another front edge hit there. I'm doing too much with my wrist, I think. 336. That'll pay $50. Actually, it'll pay 49 because I don't have any whites left. So it pays 49. I'll pay it legit. There is $49. I'm going to need those anyway. Let's go ahead and make the odds look like 60 now. Alrighty, here we go. Four, 3, 1. I think I missed a number in the roll tracker. That pays $50 for 1. And odds come back to me. And what I'm going to do right now is get the rack right. Take all my greens out of here. I'm going to make sure we know where we are before we make our next move. There's $200 in green. And that means that my rack has 2,300 in it. If I take this here, let's call that 2,400. It's basically $2,400. And I got 162 plus 50. So about $200 out there. So this out here effectively gets my rack right. I got another $100 here in profit. So we're not quite home yet. We're going to keep on playing it out. But now the worst thing that can happen is that we're at our starting point, right? The worst thing that can happen is that we're basically starting over. Here we go. There's another yo, 6-5, good looking toss, Johnny. But it doesn't help me none. There's a 4, 3-1. 3-1-4, sweet. It pays $50, baby. 50 for 1. Question is going to become, do I hedge off that 8 at some point, right? I mean, it may not be the worst move to do that here at some point. At the very least, I can grab a $10 hard 8 just to take one way away from myself. But I might actually go up there and place that thing at some point. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but here we go. Three, 2, 5, fever 5. What does Waylon say? Fever in the pump house. 3, 2, 5. Okay. That's also going to pay, you know it, $50 for one out of the rack. And if I take what's in my rack, I can make those greens look like a black chip, and we're getting there to where the rack has got all the money in it. I know when I get the $2,500 in the rack that we're going to be at Paycheck, right? That's kind of my key. We're not there yet. And if we get a 7 here, we're going to be actually a little bit upside down, which is, well, not upside down, but we only up a quarter. So this is an important roll. This is a very important roll right here. There's a 6, 5-1. Sweet, baby, sweet. 5-1-6. All right. Now, look where we are. 50 for one. I'll take 2 quarters out of my rack and make that look like a black chip. There's my starting bankroll. Okay, 162 plus 50 is whatever. What the hell is that? 210 or something? 212. Plus 10 plus 5 plus this other quarter here. We're at our paycheck. We can pull it all down. We can play the 8 out if we want to, or we can actually come down a little ways here and do this. Watch what we're going to do. We're going to take a partial paycheck out of here and lock it up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an executive decision here. Let me color all this mess up. There's 100. There's 50. There's $202, right? Plus the 50. That's our 250 paycheck. We know we can make the 250 for sure, right? An option that we have here is to take the $50 or take 45 of that 50 and work the inside a little bit, right? Work a little, let's go to war type of thing and keep playing this thing out. We could leave the money up there and take another $50, take a shot at one more 50. You know what I'm saying? And use the 50 to play with. That's not a bad call to do it that way. It does put the whole thing at risk, right? Because we're at starting bankroll. If I 7 out right now, we got nothing to show for it, right? So right here, we are literally at our exact paycheck. There's $250. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. Yesterday, we put this back out there and played some more with it. Very easily could just take, what if we just did 50, $65 of it? We'll take lock $100. I'll take this here, which is another $50, $30. I'm going to do this, and we're gonna go right side. Okay, so I'm going to take this here as reds and just go down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like so. The 8, I'm going to play the 8 as $48. So the 8 becomes a non-issue. We have $100 in the rack. Let's take a couple of shots at it here, right? We can make this work a little better. We'll make some money. If not, we have $100 in profit to start the next round with. That's how I'm going to play this out today. Just keep rolling the dice and see what happens. Worst thing that happens is I take another $50 off this table and have 150 in the rack. That's the worst possible thing, right? Here we go. Rock down table minimum, and let's do a little bit of collect and press here. There's a 6, 5-1. Sweet. All right. Now I'll pay $14. Let's take a little 1 unit press on it for right now. Bring some money back. We'll do 1 unit press like yesterday's show was, actually. At some point, we'll pull it. There's the 8. There's the 8. That's okay. 6, 2, 8. We're going to lose our 50 down here, but that actually pays 56 up there, and we're going to make that 8 look like $12 and keep on playing this hand out. So there's 50, 75. If I take this right here, there's another quarter. So in my rack, I've locked up 200 bucks in profit, right? So we're locking 200. I got the 60 whatever dollars out there. We're good, right? Even if we 7 out at some point, take the puck off here, we're gonna call it, our paycheck today will be that 200 bucks, right? So I'm not gonna lose anything. We're for sure taking 200 bucks home. We've got more than that out there, but let's make that what's out there now work. Get that 8 typed in, and let's go. There is a 954. That was a front edge hit. We're on the 9. Let's keep rolling numbers. Might be the first 9 we've rolled all day today. There's a midnight. There's a midnight. 6 midnight. The 9 didn't take. Hold on a second. I got to refresh it. Sometimes the roll tracker freezes. I don't know what the hell this. It's the server side of this thing. Doesn't always catch the number coming in. So that's going to be with a 9. And now we have a midnight, and that is a tall. Yes, we hit a tall. Look at me hitting a leg. Hitting one leg of this thing. I should be actually putting the money on the ATS when I play the show. All right, here we go. There's a 4 hard, 2-2 hard 4. All right, that'll pay 18 bucks. All righty, there's $18. Let's give it a nickel. Let's get all the hard ways. Put $10 to the good. And let's go. Build this thing up from the rails here, huh? $10. That's a 10, a 6-4 easy 10. I'm gonna do 18 bucks. Give it a nickel there. Put the hard 10 back. Bring this back to the rack. $4. Nice. Nice action up there. 3, 1, 4, $27. That's awesome. The nice thing about that hit, I torn with pressing it or not, but look what we got. We got, there's 5, there's 20, and there's 25, right? That is the actual paycheck amount. So I am going to collect that and lock it in. Okay, we're locked in. We always talk about our 3 phases of play, right? That's a lock right there. At this point, I have permission to do something dumb, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and do a little more aggressive pressing. I want to make sure I lock that 50 bucks in. Now we're there, and we can have some a little more aggression up in the top. Let's see if we can make this roll sing a little bit, huh? 9, 639. All righty. 639. That pays 14 bucks. That's the point. 10, $14. I'm gonna go to 20. I normally would go to 25, but I don't have $1. So the next dollar I get, the 9 will look like $25. I'm gonna go G money on the 5 and 9 here, but without having the extra white chip, I can't do it. But now we're gonna go and play like that Philly special style up top. Coming out. 4. Boy, the 4s seems to be a thing. The 1, 3, 4 specifically, and it's the blue die that's been the 1. So that's that bottom die with the 1 up that I start with. That's been kind of stable. So here we go. Ah, they slipped. They slipped out of my hand. 3s. I'll take that, but that was not Purdy. That's a $21 winner on that 6. And I'm going to bring the 6 all the way to 30. And I'm going to bring the 8 to 18. We also hit the hard 6 on that, so that's going to be 9 to 1. I'm just going to take the 6 and the 8 both hard ways to $5. Press them both. Nothing came back that time to the rack. That was a non-collect. That's just going to be a push them out there and let's see what happens kind of a roll. Here we go. Five, 4, 1, 5. I'm going to fix the 9 too here. I forgot to do that. 4, 1, 5. That'll pay 15 for 1. And it goes all on, make it a quarter. I'm going to take $5 out of my rack and fix that 9. The 9 will be a quarter now. Okay, so the 5 and 9 are both ready for their G money flip. The 6 and 8 are both going up at different rates, but they're going to go up together at least. I may level them out here in a minute. And then that's it. 4 and 10, we're just going to hammer them. 4 and 10 are going to go to $100 before I see any money. I'm going to collect a black off of them or nothing. Here we go. Still out in a point of 4. None of that's going to happen. It's a 7 out. 5, 2, 7. Fine. It's fine with me. We got our 253 in profit. I'm totally cool with that. We gave it a shot, right? We took a nice big swing at this thing. I turned that $54, by the way, that we started with out there into 75, 140, 145, 135. Plus, and we brought back 50 or 60 bucks. Besides that, we started with $100 in the rack. So we actually turned the $54 into good money. We made, we were at $100 in the rack when I started that whole thing. No, we were at 150. So the $54 turned into all that. Good. We didn't get our big hit on the 5 or 9, or we didn't really get any further. But I'm happy with what we did. That's my conservative Johnny play, right? Get your money in your rack. Do something to lock up your profit and then have some fun, right? And sometimes you don't get to have fun until roll 11, and that's what happened to us today. But I don't care. We have a paycheck. We have 253. Let's go put that in the books. Let me go change screens here. We're gonna go here, and let's go to today. It was the daily paycheck. It is the storm. It was 2,500 buy-in. It is 2752, 53, 2753 as the profit from the bank, and this was just a good shooter, And we tried for a home run. Let's try and spell shooter right. All right. Where are we at? The storm is now 10 and 4, 650 in profit. Boy, those losses, the loss where I took the 750 loss the other day, we'd be up over $1,000 by now, right? It's a huge bummer, man. Taking that loss the other day was a huge, huge bummer. The day where I got all pissed off. What a big bummer. But here we are, guys. That's it. We did it. We did it again. I like this strategy a whole lot. I don't love the fact about it that when you pull the move off clean, the clean move up top gets you here, 150 in the rack and a $50 don't. So you're still not quite there yet. You need one more hit to make it, and you're going to be, 175 across, whatever it is, plus a small don't. And, at best, you win the don't pass, right? And you're here, and you're not quite home yet. You know what I mean? You got your, you're at 250. You're I don't know. It's okay. I don't like the extra naked hit that I need to make it work. That's the one piece of it that I'm not in love with. At the higher level, when you're bringing black chips back up there, it's a 2-hit deal. It's 2 hits plus the don't pass and you're out, That's a little bit more palatable. But the bankroll, I don't think we have enough bankroll to play it that way. On its face, though, this strategy so far, relatively good. I've run into those days where I buckshot the point, when you're playing it at the black chip level and it's 450 down here, and you buckshot that point, that's a bitch to come back from. That's a $500 loss. Now you need 5 box hits to recover that thing. It can be painful, but I think there's merit here and there's potential to take that and let it run, and when you catch the 25 plus roller and you're locked like that, I mean, it's all good, guys, right? It's all good. I like this one. Let's see. Let me check anything here. You're at GVR, Jen, and I can't go. I'm not sure if you heard the story, Jen, but my work, it happened again. So now I'm working Saturday and Sunday, 8-hour days, Saturday and Sunday at work. So I can't make it to GVR. I had to cancel everything. I won't be down there to see you guys, which really sucks. I would love to have been there. But sorry. I'll talk about that in the show this morning a little bit. But yeah, there we go. Let's see. Anthony says, I don't like the strategy, but this change to not decrease your place bets has worked better. Yes, for sure. The old way of doing this thing where you bring the place bets down as you go did not work. We were 50-50 with that. Leaving the place bets up at level, I think, is the biggest difference. Yeah. Let's see. So you're talking about the throw. It looks like Dargo was saying, I'm getting there, right? I got some improvements to make, but the big thing with the throw now is that the energy's better, right? They're definitely bouncing around a lot less unless they kiss. That's good. The landing zone is not consistent. I'm sometimes here, I'm sometimes here. I'm still working through some of that stuff, but to me, the grip and release feel really good now. So now it's going to be about dialing in the zone and the flatness. We'll get there for sure. So let's see. Flip the 4 and 10 time. Yeah, right. I wish that would be it. Yeah, I know I missed the number in there somewhere. Yeah, I think I put the 9 back, but not the 8 from earlier. So, all right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go in there and get some coffee, get warmed up there. Yeah, I know, Jen. Sorry. It sucks, man. Y'all know my work right now is not in a great place. We're trying to stay afloat, and it's all hands on deck to keep the company going right now. So it's a sacrifice you got to make. I told Don and Michael the other day, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't in good conscience tell my boss I can't work Saturday, right? You know what I mean? It is what it is. So there we go. Jen says half press instead of full press. Well, I did a half press the first round to lock the profit in, and then I did full presses after the half press. I took this kind of like this layered approach to it, and that's why I did that. So, all right, I'm out. Oh! I want to cover this too. You said it's still a paycheck show. I should have collected more on the extra pay at the end. Yeah. What I decided to do is take so I had $150 in the rack. I knew I was getting $50 on that don't, right? I knew I was going to be at $200 no matter what. No matter what, we had $200. I'm going to lock that in as the paycheck. I'll take $50 and we'll just play it out with $50. If I can make $50 earn a little more and or lock in the paycheck before that don't resolves, I'll try that first. And that's what I did. I knew I could lock up $200, and that's why I made the move like that. But yeah, normally take the one more hit and go home, But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm going to go downstairs and prep for our next show, and I'll see you down there in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Let's celebrate, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.